to episode 176 of Anime and Us. I'm TJ.
I'm Sean.
And this is the review show that reviews anime from A to Z. Sort of.
Alright, so this episode we are watching Prison School. It's a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Akira Hiramoto. It was serialized by Kodansha's Weekly, blah, 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 2007 to 2017. There's a lot of manga to this, and it's only 12 episodes. The 12-episode anime television series adaptation, directed by Tsutomu, whatever, aired 2015. There's a live-action drama series for it that I believe, let me scroll down real quick, wasn't that, yeah, it was probably about this, only 9 episodes, so it probably covered the 12 episodes.
Yeah, probably. That seems ridiculous to adapt into a live-action drama show.
I don't want to watch it now.
Kind of a little bit, but
let's see what the rating for it is.
Just out of morbid curiosity.
It doesn't show the rating.
Yeah. But, we should mention that we're technically an X.
Yeah.
But there are no X's left, so we just picked, it was what we wanted to watch.
It was what my wife suggested we watch.
Yes.
And Teaser was like, alright, just give her what she wants.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's where we ended up on Prison School. And me and you usually watch the first episode together. We did not with this one.
Yeah, we saw like a 2-minute cut of one of the scenes, and we were like, alright, let's just go home.
Yes.
Alright, so plot. Hachimitsu Academy, one of the strictest girls' academies in Tokyo, has decided to admit boys into their system. That's the plot for the most part.
Yeah, that's the premise, and essentially
the whole plot is the small group of boys kind of band together in the very beginning. They're sitting at the same table, and they're trying to give each other, like, courage to go talk to some girls and stuff. And in the first episode, they end up get caught peeping in on their, like, shower area, and they all go to quote-unquote school prison.
Right.
Instead of being kicked out.
Expelled,
yes.
Yeah.
Which should have happened.
What should have happened, except...
I think the girls just want to punish them and feel superior. No, that's the only reason I can think of.
I don't
why they would
think
do this.
They were caught peeping.
Well, the boys are on top
they were
of
on
the
the
school
roof.
that were caught up there, holding the phone cord that was dangling down.
Oh, maybe the phone cord. Okay, true. The 4 of them, maybe, but the other kid was not caught at all. He was just out and about. And
he was inside the
Yeah, but they didn't see that.
They didn't see it, but, I mean...
He could have just said, I
think
wasn't
off
there.
Screen they figured it all out.
I mean, sure,
They're all in the same outfits.
They kind of just bunched them together, but all he had to say is like, I didn't peep and I was over here.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. So now they're in prison.
No,
like a physical prison inside the school.
It was just...
And they can still go to class and everything.
Yeah.
But they have like a drill sergeant, essentially, that comes around and like beats the shit out of them, makes them do manual labor. And the schooling they do is like on from a TV screen.
Yes.
Except for like 1 or 2 instances where they go to class.
Right.
And that's kind of the premise. The wider premise is it's super sexual. Some of the guys like being beat up by the girls.
Yes. It's
the boys are trying to get out of prison.
This show is definitely someone's kink that they wanted to make.
It's kind of the epitome of like 1, ecchi, 2 like the borderline of like hentai and what a TV show is, just an ecchi TV show, and like the epitome of like
sadomasochism.
Yeah, sure, but also like I slipped on a banana peel and fell on your cock. Like it's kind of the epitome of that too.
Yes,
like these weird situations that just somehow happen.
Yeah, this is clearly someone.
Oh, so I gotta ask you: Did you watch it on?
Yes.
Was it uncensored there? Like, did you see nipples?
I think so.
Okay, because in the YouTube one that I watched, it was uncensored. There was full nudity, not the bottom half. But the bottom half was still really explicit. Like, it was borderline nudity down there.
Oh, yeah? I mean, I didn't see anything, like, cut out or blurred or anything, I don't think.
They didn't cut out or blur anything, because I watched one episode that was censored until I found the one that wasn't. But there was, like, glaring white across, like, boobs. That's how they would censor it.
I didn't have that at all.
Right.
I didn't even know there was an uncensored version.
Whenever something is that vulgar, it's like, yeah, there's going to be a censored version. That's going to be on, late night TV or whatever.
Oh, right. I guess. That's true.
But, I mean, look, for what it is,
all right,
it's okay and it's funny.
I was about to say, this is garbage. Stupid garbage.
Yeah, no one wants to watch this except for 14-year-old boys.
But it's okay.
But for what it is, it's not bad. It is funny at times. I laughed a few times.
It knows what it is, and
it embraces it.
And I don't think it not only embraces it. I think it even is almost a parody of ecchi and all of that stuff too.
At least a little bit, yes.
Yes. So I that's if if you take it at that, you could kind of get into it.
You can enjoy it a little bit more.
Yes, but it's still garbage.
It's still garbage. I was actually watched the 11th and 12th episode this morning after my sister-in-law and her friend were over. Like, they slept on the couch. So, like, they're getting ready to leave, and I just put it on. The kids are upstairs, obviously. And they're like, Sean, what the f*** are you watching? And I'm like, look, guys, don't judge me. I'm not watching this because I want to. I'm watching it because I have to.
I mean, we don't have to, but still.
I mean, I had to watch it. What do you mean? You were coming over at 3 o'clock today.
I know. You had to watch it in that sense, but like...
I probably could have waited until after they left. I thought it would be funny.
I mean, it was. But... So you didn't watch it all with your wife?
Honestly, we only watched one episode together. I was just... She's busy, I'm busy, and I watched it separately.
I gotcha.
What are you going to do? And also, like, a lot of times when we're hanging out together, the kids want to hang out with us.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? We want to have family time, so you can't watch that then.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, for what it is funny. Remember Uncle from Another World?
Yeah.
That was funny and made me laugh most of the time. This was funny and made me laugh some of the time.
Yes.
You know, I didn't laugh every episode, but when I did laugh, like, I laughed. I was belly laughing. It was funny.
But you know, the premise is so stupid. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Uncle with Another World, there was a story there, somewhere in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? This
doesn't have any real story.
Like, all it is...
The boys just want to get laid and get out of prison.
Yeah, and, like, they're trying to escape in certain episodes because one of them has a date, and, you know, the other one wants action figure that can only be bought at a certain time, and so it's like...
They're trying to escape to buy it.
Yeah, so, like, they got they spent 3 episodes on them trying to do that, and then it's only 12 episosodes.
Yeah.
But it's like... You're wasting your time. It feels like you're wasting your time.
There's no plot.
Yeah.
So it's like a couple episodes of one mini plot. Right. And that's all it is.
Like, because it's not even like, you can't even argue that, hey, this is like a prison movie, because it's not.
Yeah.
Because there's only 5 people in there, and we only kind of get those and the one girl, and the other 2 kind of come in every once in a while. And then there's the whole weird peeing subplot.
So, before we get into that, I want to say... what I found the funniest thing about this was, and then while I'm saying that, you think about what the funniest thing you thought about it was.
Okay.
All right. So for me, the funniest part of this show was whenever the main guy, I don't know his name, had to double down with the blonde chick that liked to pee. So, like, for instance, weird situations happen, and she's trying to get back at him for peeing on her or whatever. So she wants to pee on him. But then she's embarrassed about it and everything. And he has, like, something else he needs to do completely. Like, he needs to unlock a door or something like that. So in order for him to be able to do that, he has to double down and, like, approach her sexually and, like, kiss her. Mm-hmm. But she wants to kiss him. So, but then he's going to put his tongue in. She's like, oh, no. How's he doing this? You know what I mean? That was pretty funny. Some of the other situations are kind of funny. Like, the shower scene was kind of funny.
Right.
With the 2 guys. But, like, for me, that was the funniest thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, start peeing already. And he's like, I can't. I'm so stiff. And she's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I have a funniest moment. Nothing stands out to me. Because it's all stupid humor. You know what I mean? It all kind of blends together. Like, they torture all these guys, 4 of the guys, but they leave the other really heavyset kid alone because he likes the torture. And to the point where he's getting to where he's, like,
hurting himself so he can get tortured.
Yes. And then he finally breaks and kind of turns into a titan and starts, like, running through the things and stuff like that. So, and there's just different situations like that. And nothing really stands out. So I guess
that's fair.
But, like, the characters, there's, like, 5 characters. And
5 guys.
Like, yeah, 5 main guy characters in the prison. And they tried to make them distinct, but they weren't.
They're really not. The main distinct one is the guy that's a masochist. And then the main guy who wants to date the sumo girl, not because he actually likes her, but because she's interested in him slightly. And eventually that kind of grows.
Just to clarify, by sumo girl, you mean a girl who likes sumo wrestling?
Yes, not a girl that does sumo.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is, like, there's a couple times where throughout the show, she, for instance, they go to prison, and she's like, well, I mean, he can't be all bad. He likes sumo. Mm-hmm. And then there's another girl who's like, oh, you know, anyone who likes ravens can't be all bad.
Right.
And then the principal or whatever headmaster is like, you know, he's an ass man. He can't be all bad. Like, there's a lot of that.
The principal might be my favorite.
That was pretty funny.
He's just, every time you see him, he's looking at asses. That's all it is. Gotta appreciate someone who likes what they like, you know?
And like the main guy had to like justify he was lying and saying he was an ass man to the principal, and he had to like justify why. So his mind's racing. It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and he's like, "But I'm not. I'm actually a boob guy." Then his whole explanation for it, like the Dawn Man,
the whole everything out how boobs are just a replacement for asses. But there's some weird supernatural stuff going on in this show for some reason. Like the girl can control crows for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. I don't know.
It's funny in a passive.
Yeah.
Not, I don't know. It's not for us.
No,
but it was better than bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good.
See, like I always go back to this is like Ichi and they like do show a nudity and stuff like that. But if you're watching it for that, why are you watching this?
But, I mean, to be fair though, Skinamax is a thing. That's a thing everywhere.
Yeah, but that was before the internet, where everything was so easily accessible.
No, Skinamax is still a thing. You
sure.
go to like a hotel or whatever that's there.
Sure, because you're in a hotel.
Yeah, but you still have the internet. It's in your phone.
Not everybody has...
Oh, okay, 99.9%
I'm just
of people.
saying.
There's no reason to have an industry of making these movies anymore.
Okay,
at all.
Here's my point.
But they still do.
But here's my point. 14-year-old boys are going to be watching. They have access to
that and really lonely men.
I guess. But, like, if you're going to watch... Why watch this one?
Maybe because if you watch a hentai, there's zero story. At least this has something.
Are you really watching this for a story, though?
I mean, I'm not. But in those mindsets of those older men, they can play it off as that.
I guess.
And also, something I've noticed is a lot of people, not just with this show, but with a lot of anime, especially the ones that don't have really good story, people kind of stick to a character. Like, oh, I really like this one character in this one anime, and I like their motivations and the way they look and the way they act. You know what I mean? I've noticed that's a thing with anime and weeb culture.
That's fair.
It's really weird.
That's where they get attached to a certain character.
Yeah, I don't really notice that in other things. I mean, sure, in comic book culture, kind of, but not in the same sense that people get attached to these characters.
Well, the thing is about comic book culture, though, is that you have comic books dedicated to single characters.
Yeah.
Whereas animes, I don't think there's very many animes that have one single character focus.
Yeah, usually it's like ensemble cast.
Yes.
And when most people really like certain characters, it's very often not the main character.
Yeah, exactly. But like you would Dragon Ball Z, for example, Goku's clearly the main character.
Yeah, but people love Vegeta. People love Gohan.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, that's weird.
All right.
Well, I mean, so I did skim through the manga because
we can talk about that.
Yeah, like I did skim through the manga because the show ends with the boys getting the girls. The underground student council, who's not the actual student council. They're the pretend student council who runs the prison. But they're trying to get the boys expelled, and they think they have it, and then in the end the boys prove their innocence and prove to the girls, so the girls get put in the prison at the end of...
Because they go way overboard, lying and beating the shit out of them when... Yeah, I mean, sure, they were wrong in the beginning.
Right.
But past that, they didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly. So the girls get put in the prison at the end. And then the manga continues from there. And then
are the men like the prison guards now?
No, the actual student council takes over.
I feel like it would have been better if the guys...
Yeah, but then if you look at it from that point of view, I mean... I don't hear anyone complaining, but if it was a bunch of guys beating up on a bunch of women...
Well, here's the thing, is like, it's not the same dynamic. The guys, you could make a dynamic where the guys are just trying to be prison guards.
Fair.
But then the girls are trying to get out, so they're trying to lure them or this or that.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? You completely flip the dynamic.
That's true.
It would be great. Better than probably what they wrote.
That's true. I don't know. I just feel like these writers aren't good enough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. You don't have to go any farther. You're right.
So the new student council takes over, and they start... Like, I didn't read it. I just kind of skimmed through it and got to it. And so they took over for it, and then eventually they get out, and there's a whole end chapters where it's just them.
I didn't read it, quotation marks.
No, like it didn't. I skimmed.
Sure.
I skimmed.
I believe you.
Because there's about 100 chapters I would have never finished.
I believe you.
But, like, I did skim to the very end. I don't read manga. You know I don't. You know I don't read manga. So I skimmed to the very end, and now it ends with the girl getting her revenge on the main character by peeing on him.
Oh my god.
And
that's still a thing.
Something must have happened between him and Sumo Girl because...
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, did they ever get together?
I don't know if they get together, but at the last panel is her taking over the underground student council and saying boys are terrible.
Oh, yeah. She probably figured out some shit that he didn't want to happen.
Yes, and so she kind of became her sister, essentially.
Oh, all right, I mean, it's kind of funny. Watch it if there's nothing else for you to watch and you're kind of horny. If you're really horny, just go to Pornhub.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, there's nothing really here, to be honest with you.
A rating, for me, it's less than average, but it's not necessarily bad. So it's a 4, closer to a 5 than a 3.
Yeah, I would say it's a high 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear it's just not for us.
Yeah.
100%, so.
I don't really know who it's for, but yeah.
Like, no, but, 14-year-old boys.
Alright, guys, so next episode is Category Y.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this. I don't know what we're doing.
I know what we're doing.
I know.
Because it's mine, right?
Yeah.
You did X, sort of. So I clicked through it all, and we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it. I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid.
Okay.
Now, the only thing is, there's 224 episodes, and we ain't doing all that.
No.
So we'll watch it, and you usually watch more than me, faster than me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you stop, I stop.
Well, here's the thing. I know I don't know what episode it is, but I know exactly when the first season stops. I just don't know how many episodes it is. 'Cause I remember the show.
If it's that bad and you want to stop earlier, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just... Because it ends with the tournament on the island with Kaiba.
Beats me.
And Yugi beats Kaiba.
I was a kid. I remember episodes and what things that happened, but I don't remember all of them. Like, I know the first episode very well.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna not like this.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters.
I think what we're gonna do with this one is how we tackle large shonens. If that's,
the first arc.
Not just... just a certain amount of episodes, and then we covered, 16 of Bleach, or whatever it is.
What about One Piece?
One Piece was an exception, because One Piece was really good, you know what I mean? But, we covered, a few I guess the first arc, but I'm afraid the first arc's gonna be 70 episodes.
Yeah, that's my point. When you're done, I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Could be 10 episodes. I don't care. Could be 30. Yeah, I don't care.
So I kind of want to do it like we do Samurai Jack, where 12 episodes at a time.
Whatever.
So, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
If we get to 12 and it's in the middle of something, then
yeah,
episode.
Right.
Alright, so plot summary. Game-loving Muto Yugi, they all call him Yugi, was given an ancient relic by his grandfather called the 1,000-Year Puzzle. He completed the puzzle and was possessed by the spirit of an ancient pharaoh. The pharaoh has no memories of who he is or how he got the puzzle to begin with. The pharaoh looks out for Yugi and his friends, and Yugi agrees to help the pharaoh recover his lost memory and help him be put to rest so he can go on to the afterlife and finally leave Yugi's body.
I don't think that ever happens by the way.
Oh yeah, probably not. I can't imagine it does. No. That's kind of the overarching plot for what Yugi's motivations are overall, but there's a whole, each arc isn't that. You know what I mean? The first arc, I think, is the whole Blue Eyes White Dragon thing with Kaiba.
Well, I think that's only one episode where he beats Kaiba.
Oh, I don't know.
Honestly, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, there might be a small arc right in the beginning before they even get to the island that we could just watch.
Whatever.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, all right.
Next episode, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters.
Bye.